This is RaysGrid, a normal Minecraft world with 99% of all blocks removed. Despite its extremeness, everything is still possible. With the goal of this series to obtain every advancement, item, as well as mob. Watch the series from the beginning with a link down below, as well as learn how you can actually join us in this world. Previously on RaysGrid, we made some early game simple farms to gather the last of the easy mobs that we needed to get. Not only to complete advancements like breeding every mob, but also for our mob zoo, and leaving us only the super hardest mobs to collect last. So we're heading out with THK and Sandstorm to collect a Elder Guardian. So I do need one for the advancement when it comes to killing one of every hostile mob. The last one we need is the Elder Guardian. And we also need 2 sponges for the museum, the wet one as well as the dry, and an Elder Guardian for the zoo. So we're flying out to the Elder Guardian location. Okay, so it's supposed to be through this portal here. Oh! What? I actually got Adventure Time! What? What in the world? What biome is this? Deep, lukewarm ocean. How did I not ever come across this biome? Adventure Time, discover every biome, and if you take a look in here, actually it's one of the hardest ones. Look at that. 50 out of 50 biomes completed. That was so random. When that message came up, I thought, which one could it be? That is so strange. We are out here to get the Elder Guardian. Let's take a look. Oh my goodness, you can see it. So you can see there's an Elder Guardian there, as well as over there. That's really crazy. So they're loaded in. I think maybe the render distance is high so we can see them, but the simulation distance is low. They're definitely on the edge of the chunk. Okay, so what is the plan?
If you enable your chunk view.
Okay, so there's the edge of the chunk.
We should not go past it. If you do that, he'll animate to fall in the void.
Okay.
So we're going to build it right where you're standing.
We're going to build a flying machine out of honey.
We're using honey for 2 reasons. One, it's slightly a smaller block. And 2, it stops him jumping as much.
Nice.
And then we're going to have some trapdoors here above to stop him getting out.
Oh, okay. And you're flying the flying machine right between the 2 blocks. That row of blocks and this grid of blocks here. The flying machine should be able to go in without picking up any new blocks. Okay, we've finished the flying machine and we're about to send it off.
So what happens is when this thing is about to reach the chunk where the Guardian is, I step over into the next chunk, which will stop this crashing into that because the next chunk is loaded, and then it'll scoop up the Guardian.
Nice.
Before the Guardian animates.
Let's send off the fly machine to catch the Elder Guardian. Launch it there. There it goes. Oh!
Okay, now we gotta rocket across and get it.
Oh, look, go! It's bouncing.
Got it.
Nice! Oh, look at that guy. Elder Guardian captured. The other Elder Guardian fell down. You can see it slowly sinking down there. Just it's out of view now. That's crazy. Okay, so now we're gonna try to get one of the last advancements, which is killing every hostile mob, and also hopefully getting a sponge. Yes! Yes! Oh my goodness. Monster hunted. That is amazing. That is amazing. And Sandstorm got the sponge. Let me add that to items. Monsters hunted, kill one of every hostile mob. Dang, we've been working on this one for a long time. 34 out of 34. Dang, I didn't think the Elder Guardian was almost impossible just because it's so hard to get. And we actually got it completed. Plus we got one wet sponge, so now we just need to get a second one, be the dry variation, to put inside the museum. So we're heading out to the next place where there is an Elder Guardian that we can try to catch again. Okay, so we made it to our destination. Wow, guys, we just happened to be at a location where there's an end portal. You guys can see it's right there. End portals are left in being whole, so we can actually go to them. Okay, so we can see one Elder Guardian right there. And you said that one doesn't work?
No, because it's above a block.
So the second one's right there. Yeah, it's between these two blocks, which is perfect. So the flying machine can swoop in without touching these blocks. Okay, so we got the second flying machine ready to go. It's all lined up for the Elder Guardian. It's way down there. And you say it's ready for me to send off. Lighter, let's see it go. But we accidentally calculated the distance wrong, so the fly machine actually ran into the end of the redstone processing chunks, and the Elder Guardian was even beyond that. So we're going to go to the opposite side and see if we can still catch this Elder Guardian. We are now on the opposite side of it because the fly machine hit up against the chunk. So now the Elder Guardian is just on the edge of the chunk and the fly machine is just on the opposite side of it. The idea is to push the Elder Guardian into the fly machine and to kind of cap it. I want to make sure not to suffocate it, but they're really close. So hopefully we can catch it this time. So we got the fly machine built up. Let's go ahead and start this up.
Okay, so we're a whole chunk closer than last time.
Okay. Oh, yeah. Okay, I actually see the Elder Guardian shift a little bit. Go capture the Elder Guardian. Whoa! So actually, yeah, both of the fly machines, they met in the middle. That's not something. The Elder Guardian was here. That means a fly machine coming from this side would be a lot more likely to pick it up than a fly machine from the opposite side. Because this fly machine would have to cross this entire chunk before it could pick it up. Steady, steady. Okay, let's see if we can kill it. Okay, standing nice and close. Yay! We killed it. Awesome.
Yes. Okay, throw it in the void.
No!
Bye. That was not the sponge, that was something.
Awesome. So now we have two sponges. One will dry out.
Take that.
Awesome. Let's head back and put these in the museum. So while we're here in the nether, let's go ahead and dry out the sponge. Currently got two wet ones. We need one to be dry, and just like that, we can get a dry one. And this rail system over here is actually from THK and Sandstorm. They actually captured another Elder Guardian and transported it all the way back to our zoo. So let's go check that out. Look at that. Elder Guardian in its final display case. This was actually the idea of the very center, to have the Elder Guardian place in there. And we already got to the mining fatigue 3, which will be useful for later on. But before we do that, let's go ahead and put those sponges in. And these are actually the last two items that we need to put in the museum, as we've been slowly collecting every single item in the game, even getting super rare ones by using math and calculations to find them in chests. Oh my. So we only have two items left to actually put in the museum, and one of them is the wet sponge. Let's get rid of that mining fatigue and remove that. We got our wet sponge goes there. So now we only got one more item put in it. So the last item that we can get is the sponge. Let's add it into there. Now we have completed the entire item museum, which is insane. We have the 1.19 stuff marked, but we can't actually upgrade to 1.19. So now that we're finally complete in collecting all the items, let's see which mobs are left to collect as well as advancements. So with the Elder Guardian added to the museum, that is actually the last mob that we need. So we can go ahead and mark it off our board. Look at that, guys. So that is all of the main mobs complete. The only ones left are actually the Ender Dragon, the Wither, and the Wandering Trader. We'll do those another day, but let's take a look at what we have left for the advancements. We do have one advancement left, which we can now actually get now that we have the Elder Guardian, which has given us the mining fatigue. And that is this one here. Furious Cocktail, having every potion effect applied at the same time. We can actually get this one along with the hidden one, which is just after it. Where not only do we have to get every potion effect, we also have to get every effect for the next one. So we might as well get both of those at the exact same time. And that means we have to do a lot of potion brewing. Essentially, we've ended up having to do quite a bit of potion brewing. because we had to get every single type of drinkable potion. We had to get every single type of splash potion, and then we had to get every single lingering potion. And we had to do it all over again to get the tipped arrows. And now we're going to have to do it all over again in order to get all the different effects. So, whew, we're going to go through this a few different times. So let's get started with the brewing process. After looking at my device, which I use to get all the different types of effects in the game at once, we don't actually have to brew up a lot of different types of potions. After all, we do have quite a few effects coming from other things, like we're going to need a pufferfish, as well as a golden apple, and we have these beacons here, which are giving us a bunch of different ones. So it turned out, after removing everything else, which we had to get from other ways or methods that are a lot cheaper than having to brew up potions, we're just left with brewing up a couple different ones, including invisibility, slow falling, water breathing, weakness, and night vision. So that's going to be much easier for us. Let's do those. So I found a weakness and a slow falling potion left over from our previous brewing. Let's go ahead and now make the night vision. We will save one of these. So now we got the invisibility as well. We do need to convert these into splashables just to make it a little bit easier so we don't have to spend time drinking them. So now we have a total of 4. All we need is the water breathing one. Now we got the water breathing to save time. Once again, we'll make a splash. So now we got the different potions that we actually need to splash on us. Next up, we need to figure out the other things that we need. So I think we're gonna go for the spectral arrows next. So we do got some spectral arrows from piglin bartering, and we also got some gold apples with their gold. Apples are gonna be used to get absorption. The spectral arrows is gonna get glowing effect. We need to get every single effect in the game. And not all of them come from easy means, so we're gonna try to use easiest. So the other things we have to eat is a puffer fish. So we do have some extras from here. This will give us the nausea, hunger, and the poison. This is just easiest way to get it all at once because it's the only way you can get nausea. So you might as well get the other 2 effects from puffer fish as well instead of using potions or anything else. It turns out there is actually one other potion that we need to brew. This isn't one that we actually apply to us using a dispenser, but we put it on ourselves prior to starting the entire process. And this is a Turtle Master. That's because Turtle Master will give us resistance 3, which will be really useful in order to not die while we're trying to get the other effects. Let's brew up a bunch of those. First make some awkward ones, and then we'll throw in our turtle shell. Now we could make these stronger, but then their timing is quite short. So resistance 3 will actually be good enough for us. Let's go ahead and make them splash so we can drop it on us very quickly while we're trying to get them all at the same time. Because some potion effects don't last very long, so we need to be as fast as possible in order to get them all at once. So there's one other thing that the player has to eat prior to starting the machine up, which does the rest, and that is actually the suspicious stews that give you blindness. It's the only way you can actually get blindness in the game, as illusioners aren't actually in vanilla survival. So let's go ahead and feed the proper flour to some mushrooms in order to get this. So in order to get blindness, we do need to have the azure bluet. We feed it one of these, then we can scoop it with our bowl and get a suspicious stew, and this should be blindness. That should be the last of the edible stuff they have to eat prior. So next up, we need to get a wither rose, so the player can easily get the wither effect without having to eat anything or have an actual wither nearby. But while the guys were building my wither skeleton farm, which uses a bunch of wither roses, I did have some extras, so I grabbed a couple of those. So I'll place some blocks in there for the wither roses to be placed on. The next things that we have to get are stuff we can't really move. So the beacon is going to give us a bunch of different effects. This beacon here is actually set up in order to get 4 effects, being haste, resistance, speed, and jump. We get 4 beacon effects from those beacons over there, and we get 2 from over there. So you can see we've got 6 right here, plus the mining fatigue. So we got 7. We're off to a good start. And we'll put my advanced machine down here so that we're in range of all the beacons, the Elder Guardian, and we can also use the dolphin from the zoo. Like the shulker, we do have extra shulkers over at our farm, so we'll bring one of those in using this rail system over here. Now I just need to make sure to get this set up properly, so it's just like in my video. We can actually get the advancement on the first try, hopefully. So I added the redstone. So from here, we'll push this little button, and now I'll come over here, activate this observer clock by pushing this piston over, so that will shoot out all the potions which we have in here and here. And the redstone also comes over to this spot over here where we have the spectral arrow. And the spectral arrow will actually fire at the very end because spectral arrow don't last very long. So with that, I think we're ready for the shulker. We just need to get it on this rail system and it should run itself right into there and be good to go. And then we'll close off the end of it. So let's follow this back and see if it's connected up with the shulkers. So over here at the shulker farm, we do have some extra ones that are being held in this little roundabout area. And we just need to get them go over there to that rail system, which is lined up right over there. So I changed the rail system a little bit and I'll shoot the minecart, the shulker this direction, which should hit that rail way down there. And if it's set up correctly, we should be able to put in a minecart on this side and it should pick it up. Since shulkers don't despawn, there it goes. Should be fine. Goes over there, falls down, and lands on that. Awesome. Okay, so the shulker is on the move. Went down here into there. No! No, it's going back. Where's it going? Where does this even go to? Oh no, it's coming back again. Turn this off. Well, we got it here now. There it goes. Awesome. Okay, stayed in there. Turn this off. And let's remove that. And yes, encase it. Awesome. Okay. We got the shulker in place. Awesome. That's exactly where we need it, and it should be fine. So one of the last things we could put in is the wither rose, which will go right here. Make sure you guys don't touch that. You guys are gonna get withered to death. And then the last thing we have to do is put in the potions as well as the spectral arrow, and also be ready to eat all their different ingredients. So with the machine complete and all the potions ready, let's go ahead and give it a try. Hopefully we can do this all in one go. We got all the potions here. First thing we need to do is go to the raid farm and get Bad Omen, and then you get Hero of the Village, and then get another Bad Omen. That's the main thing that we need. That's not here at this location. Everything else should be here though. The raid farm is actually not that far away. It's just over here. So we're here at the raid farm. To get started, we're going to kill one of the captains. And that way we can get the Bad Omen. But we're not taking this Bad Omen with us. We're going to use this to start the raid farm. Oh yeah, we started the raid. Awesome. Okay, so we got Bad Omen again. It shouldn't matter what level Bad Omen. It lasts a really long time. Next time it drops us, we should go near enough to the villager so that the villager thinks that we actually defended the raid from it. Oh, okay, we just got it. Just got the Hero of the Village. Awesome. So we got 2 of the effects that we need. These will last a long time. So now we should be able to go over to the area where we're going. And I don't know if there's any villages nearby. Hopefully it doesn't start a raid over there. Okay, we made it back to the museum. So with the beacon effects, they'll just keep renewing. Same thing for the Elder Guardian Mining Fatigue. So now we have to prepare, make sure we're holding the correct items in order to pull this off. So we need some potions that we're going to put inside of the dispenser. So before taking off and applying all the potions, I did double check and we were missing the fire resistant potion and I forgot to put up the conduit. So let's go find that and place it in. Oh, I guess there's a hole, so the water should go down this hole. Oh no, I started a raid! I just stood over there for a second. No. I'll deal with that later. Oh yeah, the conduit is working. Awesome. So we got the conduit working, but I had to go get another Bad Omen. Oh, the shulker got out. Wait, who hit the shulker? How did the shulker get out? It's inside of a minecart. Okay, so we're back here at the shulker farm. Also the shulker shell farm. Should be able to just put another minecart in there. Hopefully there's another shulker that we can pick up. Yes, we still got one. Awesome. Okay, so the shulker is in the hole. I think we're back in business. Sweet. So now, I think all I need to do is grab the Bad Omen Hero of the Village. We should be good to go now that we've got the conduit set up. Okay, so we gotta go back to the Pillager Outpost farm to grab some more Bad Omen. Okay, so we got Bad Omen. We'll head over to the raid farm now. Okay, so we're back at the raid farm, and we're gonna go ahead and use our Bad Omen to start another raid and finish a raid and get another Hero of the Village and another raid on top of that, hopefully. Let's turn this thing back on. Oh, awesome. So I got both Bad Omen and Hero of the Village. So I should be good. Let's go back to spawn again and try this again. Make sure I don't stand too far away. Okay, so now we should be ready. We got spectral arrows in that dispenser. This dispenser is going to have visibility, water breathing, fire resistance, weakness, night vision, and slow falling. We also got the shulker there. Recently got Here of the Village as well as Bad Omen. Getting the mining fatigue as well, and all the different beacon effects. Anything else I'm forgetting? I do need to have some hunger though, in order to actually eat the pufferfish. You're able to actually eat golden apples and also suspicious stew with full hunger. Oh, okay, I think I'm ready. I think I am ready. Okay, let's go. Eat that, eat that, eat this, eat that. And then also need to stand over here and eat this. Did I get it? Oh. I got one of them, but I didn't get the other one. So it looked like the problem was that our Turtle Master Potion ran out. It's supposed to last 20 seconds. And apparently it took me longer than 20 seconds to do all that. It's kind of surprising. So let's go ahead and make these last longer. So I just had to brew up 4 different potions to resupply them. We'll make these splash and put these back in and give it another try. So we were able to get this advancement, which is the Furious Cocktail, having every potion effect applied at the same time. That's potion effects. We still don't get access to every single effect, which includes stuff like the Shulker and the Elder Guardian. And for us to get that one, we need to get all the different effects, which is actually a hidden achievement over here. Let's go ahead and do that. We refilled this dispenser. We got both beacons working. We still got our Hero of the Village. It looks like we got 10 minutes left on that. Everything else is in place. We should be able to give it another try. Let's throw that. Eat this. Eat this. Splash potions onto us. Go into here. Go into here. Yes, I got it. Awesome. Oh my goodness. Yay.
Woo! Well done.
Oh,
that's the last one ever.
That is the last advancement needed. The hidden one, which is called How Do We Get Here? At every effect applied at the same time. That feels awesome. Look at all the effects. We open up here. There's just an insane amount of them all lined up. Oh, that feels great. So we completed every single advancement with that last super duper hard one, which is a huge milestone for only having 1% of the world to work with. Let's go ahead and drink some milk and just watch all the effects vanish, just like that. Now since we have completed every single advancement for the vanilla game, and since we've already completed collecting every single item possible in a museum here, we completed that one, so we got 2 of the 3 main goals. That means the last main goal that we're trying to go for is all mobs. We completed most of them. We got a couple of really tricky ones left, which is the Wither Boss, Ender Dragon, and the Wandering Trader, which despawns. So that is what's left. And these are going to be quite challenging to put on display, so look forward to how we do that. And don't forget, we are starting a new challenge world where we're going to attempt to do an extreme skyblock starting from the end dimension, but keeping it all as vanilla as possible. That's going to be this Saturday, August 30th at 2 p.m. Eastern Time. And you can even join us in this challenge. Learn more about that with this video here. And I will see you all in the next episode of RaysGrid.